fake Kelsey Grammer to kick this show off.
Let's cook this pig.
Here we go. Well, hello there, everyone. This is Keith from Keith's Comics, coming to you from the Keith's Comics studio and warehouse. Welcome to fall, finally. We made it here. Pablo's here, nice. We all. Are you having a seizure, Pablo? Are you okay? Knock twice if you're okay. Alan's also here early, and welcome to our show. We're got Chris here. He's going to be showing you some comics one at a time. Hello, Chris.
Yep. Then
Kaylin is making sure we're on the straight and narrow over there, and Cindy's minding her own knitting over there.
Well, I'm not minding it yet.
Any moment now. If you're new to our show, you're watching in the future, we appreciate that. We fully sell most of our stuff after the show over the weekend. The prices that we're going to show you here are good for 35 hours. Try to get that in by Saturday mid-afternoon because we pull everything and then send it out. Alan knows what I'm talking about. He always tries to drop by on Sunday and pick up his stuff. Hey, thanks, Pablo. You're okay. What was for dinner, Pablo? Everybody wants to know. Seems like I'm headed for the Spaminator,
I think so.
spam with the side of bacon probably, and an angiogram.
Choppinator got a hold of him first.
We're going to be showing you comics one at a time. If you're watching this show on one of our Keith's Comics Facebook groups, that's great, and we appreciate that. But if you want to claim anything, you need to be on the Keith's Comics Network Facebook page. That's its own separate Facebook page. Its own. You guys are doing knock jokes in the Chicken Express spicy tenders. Who was just talking about spicy tenders? Chris was just talking about spicy tenders, but I didn't even know Chicken Express made spicy tenders.
All we ever have is just the regular old ones.
Yeah, we can't afford to eat there anymore.
Gizzards when you like gizzards.
Oh yeah, we can't afford to eat there anymore. It's like $90, right?
It's expensive.
Wow, we love it,
It's
but
a special treat,
wow,
that's for sure.
it is a special treat. All right, so we have a really cool show with you. We have a regular show in which we will put some stuff down. If you want it, you need to type "claim" into the comment field on the Keith's Comics Network. Claim and give me the title of the book so we can find it. And then we'll have lightning round this evening, a little bit of swag. And then don't forget to stay tuned. After the end of this show, we will shut down for a few minutes, regroup, and have a second show tonight, which features ratio variants and other kind of cool variants. Wow. And then also, please note this programming. Note, I guess I'll say note a couple more times too. Tonight's show is the last for a couple of weeks because next Thursday, some kind of holiday, and no one will be around. And then the Thursday after that is a special event that Cindy and I are booked into. So we will be doing that. Then we'll be back on December 12th. And to do through the holidays. We will try not to take several months off like we did last year because we have a much better handle on this warehouse. It is full, packed full of stuff than we did last year. That's for sure. Yes, Pablo recommends that we have better, or requests that we have better fire participation. You know, with one of the bits that we've developed over the last several years is that at the end of the show, if we get 3 different people giving us the fire emojis, that calls for an encore, and hopefully we have a book picked out for that.
Encore, Keith?
I don't know, an encore. It's that where you buy gas from or electricity, right? So
now you really messed them up. They will never do it.
So if we get called for an encore, we'll throw an extra book in there or another shrimp on the Barbie, whichever. Cindy, go find that fake Kelsey Grammer so we can get the show started.
Let's get this pig.
All right, let's get the show started.
Keith's Comics.
All right, let's see. We got green across the board there. Let's turn on some cameras. How about that? Hey, there we go. That's from and hello everybody. I'm Keith from Keith's Comics. Let's talk some comics and let's do some comics situation here. Chicken is oh, Alan, you're just sticking with the bit. I love it. That's awesome. All right, Chris, let's go with the first book and let's see what we have. We're shooting it right out of the box. Pull it towards you just a little bit. It needs to come towards you. There we go. In a recent collection, we got it's a 2-issue set. I didn't even know there was one comic of Bowling for Soup. But here's both issues that I know of. If you know of other issues, I'm unaware. Bowling for Soup, we assume that they sold these on their merch table at shows, but we don't know. If you know, let us know. A favorite local rock band. If you are not familiar with the work, go on YouTube and check it out. This is Bowling for Soup number 1 and 2, $80. Really nice copies of these. Wow. Not autographed or anything like that, but really cool.
You could autograph them.
I will always autograph them. There are Black Friday specials, but they are locked and loaded for Tuesday. What do we got on that, Kaylin? We got Tuesday.
When will it show the specials? Morning and at night.
So there will be an email that will go out Tuesday morning, and then Facebook will pepper you on Tuesday afternoon. Yes, there are. Yes. Hey, Ty's here. All right, Terrell, welcome to the show. All right, nice. Oh, you used to have one of their T-shirts. That's cool. I'm a big fan of that song, 1985, and then they have a couple others. High School Never Ends, and what's the other one? The Girl That the Bad Guys Want, or something like that. I don't know, but good stuff. All right, so $80 for these 2 Bowling for Soup comics. Next up.
We have Throg for Throg's Day.
Oh, it's Throg's Day, Chris says. Well, it used to be Thor's Day. But now it's Throg's Day. What if the X-Men had stayed in Asgard? This is Volume 2, number 12 of the What If series. A beautiful VF copy from... is it 1990 on that? 1990. Wow, these things are, man. Is that Art Adams doing the cover on that, or somebody doing Art Adams?
Someone trying to do Art Adams.
Yeah, $8 if it gets to the store. $6 if you save us the time and effort of doing that. $6 for What If number 12. Next up. Oh yes, from 1971, issue number 5 of Fear. A lot of people later on called this Adventures into Fear. This is later in this title you get the first appearance of Howard the Duck, and then Man-Thing takes it over on issue 10. And then also Morbius has a nice big run of this, about 10 or so issues there. But in the beginning, this was an oversized, big stuffed, what is it, 48 pages or something like that, full of really cool 1950s Marvel reprints. So you're going to get all the usual suspects in here. You're going to get your Kirby, you can get your Ditko, you're going to get probably some Everett and some other cool stuff in there, maybe some Basima. Fear, number 5 from 1971, a nice VG fine copy of this. $10 in store, $8 if you claim it here. Next up. A conditional offering. Let's move everything right just a little bit. It's just a bit outside. All right, a conditional offering. Monsters Unleashed, number 1 from 1973. This is a very well-read copy of this, but still, what's cool about this is some really cool art on the inside of this book. And then also the first Solomon Kane in comics there in Monsters Unleashed. I know that we have Robert E. Howard fans here, and that's why the conditional is on this. You can claim it, but if the person I know collects Robert E. Howard stuff, claims it, they will jump to the head of the line. But as with anything in our show, if you still want it and you see somebody has claimed it, claim it anyway. We get premature claimination all the time. We get people who forget they have stuff, and we get people who get shut down at the budgetary consideration part of this little enterprise. Monsters Unleashed, number 1 from 1973 is $20 in store, or $15 if you claim it here. Next up. Oh, Chris looked into this for me. I wanted to see if this was had some John Jones, Martian Manhunter. No, this is all scary, spooky stuff. It's not even any sci-fi, is it? It's just all...
Well, aliens and monsters and stuff like that. So. And some S&M that you can tell on the cover.
Ouch. Issue 138, is that right? From 1963. A nice, solid VG copy. Well read. $15 in store. These are great books. This is 1963. This is real close to being a 10-cent issue. What they changed from 10, not that close, 2 years out. $10 though if you claim it here. House of Mystery, number 138. What? No. All right. Next up, more scary stuff. Well, we said it was going to be a scary show. Forbidden Tales of Dark. It's not The Dark Mansion, is it? It's just
Of Dark Mansion.
Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion. Where's the? I need to have that in there. All right, for number 14, this is a really nice copy of this for Vita's VG. Good solid blacks on that from 1974. $8 or watch out for that painting. $6 if you claim it here.
Only brave read it.
All right, Marvel Collector's Item Classic. This is the last issue of Marvel Collector's Item Classic. After this, it becomes Marvel's Greatest Comics. And that does straight Fantastic Four reprints. In the beginning, this Marvel Collector's Item Classics would do Fantastic Four reprints and then other kinds of cool stuff. Like this issue, for example, has a reprint of Tales to Astonish 27, which is the first appearance of Hank Pym as Ant-Man, or just Hank Pym Ant-Man. Does it have a list on the back of that, Chris, of what are the other reprints in that book? On the back.
On the back, Fantastic Four 30, Tales of Suspense 63, that's Iron Man. Tales to Astonish 27 and Strange Tales 131.
So we got some Doctor Strange, all kinds of stuff going on in that. $6 for this nice VG solid copy of Marvel's Collector's Items Classics. Next up.
Flash.
All right, Flash number 141. Beautiful Infantino cover on this. From 1963. These books are old. What the heck is going on here? VG minus question mark. $25 in store, $15 if you claim it here. For Flash number 141, who's he fighting? Is that the top that is up there at the top there? Yeah.
Yeah, he's at the top.
He keeps me spinning round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. Never mind. Next up,
Havoc and Wolverine Meltdown.
Wolverine and Havoc. The good brother of that whole was it who were that Summers brothers? Didn't
Is that his name?
is that right? The Summers brothers, didn't they have a 1970s
They did a comedy show.
I don't know.
Comedy hour?
Yeah, the Summers Brothers Comedy Hour featuring Wolverine. This it's a reader set, right? Yeah, one of them has got a pretty gnarly gash in it. This is all 3 parts, or is it 4 parts? 4 parts. All 4 parts of this beautiful John J. Muth and Kent Williams painted book with Walt and Louise Simonson doing the writing chores on this, I believe.
What's cool is John J. Muth and Kent Williams did each character separately. One painted Havoc and one painted Wolverine.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought they split the art chores up. Huh, interesting. So do you know which one did which?
I don't remember.
So one of them did one and the other did the other, but we'll have to sort that out. $8 for this great reader set of Meltdown. Next up. Oh, sorry, Ty, you're right. That's the Smothers Brothers. They didn't kill anybody. Tommy and Dickie. That we know of. Are both of them?
Always liked you best.
Have they both passed at this point or just one?
I think one.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Do you dare enter the house of mystery with the stunning rights and cover here on this? And then the first page of this, he just knocks it out of the park. I wish he'd have done the whole book because it would have been back, because this is like prime Wrightson right here. Issue 209 of House of Mystery from 1972. This VG minus copy, very well read, but still a classic. Only $6 for this reader copy. $10 if somehow you let it slide out to the stores. Next up.
Quick swag time.
Swag time. Oh, I wasn't even prepared for swag time. Let me go find the animation that Kaylin put together for us. Swag time. Swag time. It's time for swag time. All right, what do you got there for swag? Swag is stuff that we had in collections. Whenever we buy stuff, we buy collections. Sometimes there's oddball things in there, or maybe sometimes it just doesn't fit in our store anymore. Like this. What's up there first?
Walking Dead playing card.
Oh, regular deck of it's still sealed.
Not the TV show that everybody hates.
What? 56 million people can't be wrong. This Walking Dead trading, it's still sealed in its original plastics. So there you go. No bullet to the head needed. $4 for your Walking Dead playing cards.
And you keep your hand too. Got a Harley Quinn bottle opener.
Harley Quinn bottle
Metal.
opener.
Sorry,
Is
metal bottle.
very metal. All right. Pull that tab off so you can see how the bottle opener works there. There you go. Classic Harley Quinn on that. Opening up your Modelo or whatever it is.
As long as you're 14 or above.
Right. All the stuff I would drink would have a bottle of. Oh, your Yoo-hoo? Okay. All right. Your Coke with Mentos in it? All right.
That was good. Is it a meme?
Yeah, well, I think it's just a picture. All right, Green Lantern sticky notes. This is still sealed. It's original plastics. What is the price on that?
Sorry. It was on his face side.
$6 for these. I believe
We
these.
have two of them.
We have these two of these. Just they're Post-it notes. You can see all the different ones on there. If you really are a Green Lantern fan and you don't have this, I'm starting to doubt your commitment to the bit. $6 each for these Green Lantern Post-it notes. Next up.
And last but not least, we have.
That's not last. There's one more after this.
There's one more of this?
That poster.
Oh, that's right. We have this X-Files Season 1.
Yeah, season 1 plus bonus other stuff. There's the season 1 from 1997 trading cards, 95 or 97. Plus the binder that you had to special order. Plus I think there's some other special stuff. Cindy said there's some toxic stuff and some postcards. I couldn't figure.
Yeah, there's
postcards in the back.
and then there's this shiny cards. And
Shiny cards, all kinds of stuff.
You get even extra.
Oh, well, we're going to pull those out.
There's doubles.
No, sorry, you already showed it.
All right, Garrett.
These are the comics, too. These are some of the comic covers.
Okay.
Top
I don't know. I don't see if Garrett's here or not, but usually we have a little Garrett bait. We put that out there. $10 total for all of this coolness stuff. All right. And their last piece of swag is what are the two? This is $2. I couldn't bring myself to throw this away. It is a vintage Magnum PI
Sorry,
mustache
short
poster.
Shorts. Shows his ring from the Navy Academy. See, everything you want.
It's not a Tom Selleck. That's a Magnum PI, right? Yeah, okay. It even says Magnum PI at the top. Yeah, so it's been on somebody's wall, so there's pin stickers on there. But maybe there's somebody in your life that needs a white elephant gift of a Magnum PI poster. And here you go. You got you covered for $2. All right, that's the end of swag time. Let me put the animation up there. Well, let's see swag. Swag time, it's time for swag. Swag time, swiggity swag. Swag time. All right, and back to the show. What do you got, Chris?
We got another set. Shadow Master.
Oh, okay.
Punisher.
So from they was kind of a backdoor entry into its own series there. This is all prestige formats. This is all 4 issues of Shadow Masters, 1 through 4. And very super low price of $6. Oh my gosh.
Can't go wrong with ninja action.
That's what I'm talking about. What was the Chips Ninja guys you said that?
It was Fred Dreyer. It was Force 7 from like the last season.
Force
I was trying to
7.
find it, but it's only on Amazon Prime, which I don't have. So I'm like, man, I really wanted to watch that episode.
Force 7 from Chips. Check that out. They were going to have their. Did they ever shoot any series, or it just didn't make?
Just the pilot, and people just went, really? Really?
Ninjas in the California Highway Patrol. Next up.
Next up, more horror at Superman's funeral.
Oh no! What?
They never made any Superman comics after this.
That was the last one?
Yeah.
Issue 365 of Action Comics from 1968, featuring Superman's funeral. Who is that on the cover there in the snow globe?
That's the LLs. It's Lori Lamaris, Lana Lang, and Lois Lane being floated around through space by Supergirl.
Oh, I'm sure it gets better. $13 in store or $8 if you beat Ty to it. Action Comics number 365, $8. Next up.
We're set crazy tonight.
We are set crazy.
Punisher POV with Starlin and Wrightson doing the creative talent work.
Wow. Starlin writing with Wrightson doing the art, or did Starlin do some of the art also?
No, I think Starlin usually let other people do when he's writing. All 4 issues, prestige format.
All right. All 4 issues, prestige format, Chris says, and it's $18 in store or $15 with this at easy sell every time we get that in. Next up.
Science fiction at its best.
All right, some science fiction. This has some science fiction-y stuff, but it's the last issue. There's an Adam Strange story in there, I believe. All right. Oh yeah, it says it on the cover.
Powerless weapons of
Issue 244, the last issue. Beautiful colors on that. Look at that. Is that a macaw or is that a cockatoo? What's the difference on that? Somebody out there help me out on
It's
that.
like a macaw.
All right.
Because cockatoos, aren't they like white with a little
They
crown
have
on
ridges,
their
don't
head?
they?
Yeah, they have little feathers that come up.
Or is that just a
The
straight
red and white
parakeet?
one. Red
Or it
and
could be a parakeet.
Just a parakeet? If it's a macaw, isn't that where you go gambling now? Way out in Asia? Anyway, this is the last issue from 1973. $6 if you can't live without it or you need it to complete your set. Next up.
We got us a Hulk.
All right. All right.
The spare villain he's fighting.
Who? That is a super spare villain. I don't think is it just called Titan?
I would suppose. But for all you helicarrier aficionados, there's a helicarrier.
Oh, there we go. That'd be a nice little subset of collecting. All helicarrier covers. The Incredible Hulk number 106 from 1968 is $25. This is a nice, real pretty, fine minus copy. $20 if you claim it here. The Hulk versus some spare Titan. Is that the... I can't tell. That's not Trimpy, is it? That's Severin, right?
I don't know.
Oh, Pablo, who is that?
It looks like the art of many hands.
That, yeah, Art of Many Hands. I went to school with him. Next up.
Next up, classic Hawk World.
This is all in Chris's wheelhouse here. Hawk World 1, 2, and 3, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's all three part of this. Look at that. Tim Truman artwork there. All three issues.
Prestige formats for all the DC characters.
Yes. The Prestige format, all three issues from 1989. $8. $8. What a deal. Such a deal. Such a bargain. Next up. Oh, ooh. Is that the same creature that nearly ate Batman in that episode of Batman 1966?
The big clam.
The big clam? Looks like it. Issue 13. A nice reader copy. Solid, good copy of this. Mara doing her best beach blanket bingo imitation here. From 1964. $6 if you need this to complete your collection. Or you just would like a really cool Aquaman because you needed some other...
Second appearance of Mara in this one?
I'm not going to say that because I don't know. I just do not know. Aquaman number 13, $6. Next up.
Next up. Himbeck destroys the universe, but it got better.
Only us old people know who Fred Himbeck was. He did a lot of spot illustrations inside of Marvel Age and Comic Scene, and he always had some funny gags about the current Marvel's universe and classic Marvel stuff. And he became so popular, he got his own book at Marvel. Way before Garth Ennis killed the Marvel Universe, Fred Himbeck did it. In 1989, $6 for this really nice VF copy of Fred Himbeck Destroys the Marvel Universe. Next up.
4-issue reprint, Wrath of the Spectre.
Ooh, cool. This was the Adventure Comics run, right? Where the Spectre he was just wrecking shop, melting people's faces left and right.
Yeah, Michael Flesher, he did a really great run of Jonah Hex too.
Oh, this is all 4 issues of that reprint book, but on the Baxter paper, so it's really colored real pretty. Jim Aparo doing the art?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. $15 for the complete set if it gets to the store. $12 if you score it here tonight. Next up.
He wasn't just a Batman artist.
What is this? All Starlin tonight? What's going on here?
It didn't look like that.
This is Gilgamesh 2. I didn't even know that Gilgamesh 1 was out there. Jim Starlin with Steve Olaf. Steve Olaf, did he color this or was he just the inker on this?
Colors, I thought.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. This is Gilgamesh 2, all the complete set, 1 through 4, is that right? Prestige formats, all 4 of them together in one handy dandy Starlin in the space, man. There should be like this gigantic book of all Starlin space stories. Hold on.
It'd be like the Jeff Smith Big Bone book, man. No. Or Compendium for G.I. Joe.
This is all 4 issues, $6.
Next up, set. It's Slash Maraud, a miniseries from Minch and Gulacy.
Oh, Minch? I always say
Minch or Munch?
Munch. I don't know. Maybe somebody can help us out. Maybe they're watching. From 1987, this is all 6 issues. Oh, this was in the mid-'80s. This was a highly sought-after book. Here you go. Somebody put it all together for you. All 6 issues, $5. Who's that Gulacy? That's going to be some really cool art in there. Fred also did a lot of recreations of famous covers in his style. Fred, who's Fred?
Fred Hembeck.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen those. Okay, I'll have to look for those. Next up.
Next up, 2 issues of vintage Magnus Robot Fighter.
All right, in the 90s, for you people who weren't really collecting comics, Valiant Comics was hot. Valiant and Image were just on fire. You had to like use potholders to even take them out of the boxes whenever they came. And they had the rights. I don't even know if it was through the original Gold Key or through the video games how they got the rights to this stuff. But they started redoing all this vintage, this original stories of these vintage characters, and they thought, well, they're so popular. Let's go back and do where this all sprang from. These great Russ Manning stories. So this is was it a 3-part? Or was it only 3 parts? Or
No, I think there were more than that. I think it went on for a little bit, but these were the only 2 issues that I could find in the.
Oh, this is two consecutive issues, issues 3 and 4, and it reprints some great classic.
I wrote it down on the.
Yeah.
I think what they reprinted.
So $6.
Yep.
This is a 2 for 2 consecutive issues. $6. Hey, Ricky Junkies here. All right. Wow, we usually don't get to you until much later. Appreciate you dropping in. Good to see you. All right, next up.
Next up.
Oh, big, gigantic series from, you might have missed this because we were still basically in lockdown. Wonder Woman Black and Gold. These are not quite prestige formats, are they? Are they kind of prestige, but not really? A little bit. They're very thick. It's an anthology book of really great Wonder Woman stories by lots of different comic creators. This is all 5 issues. What were they? Look at that cover. What were they, like $5.99 covers or $6.99? Yeah.
6 or 7, something like that.
Yeah. So this is a great deal. $20 in store or $15 for this Wonder Woman Black and Gold set of 1 through 5. Next up.
Next up, I think we're going to do our lightning round.
Oh, it's time for Pablo's nap. It's time to do the lightning round. All right, the lightning round is where we have $1, $2, and $3 books because we have $1, $2, and $3 bins in the stores. We will crush through a bunch of books quickly. These are overstock, lower grade stuff I didn't know what to do with, bonus stuff. Kaylin, is she coveting something over there? All right, let's go. Lightning round. Let's do this thing.
All right, first up, we got some dollar books. We got some double takes.
Double takes, 92 cents for a Classic Illustrated. Oh, look at that.
Off on a Comet and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Ooh, 20,000 Leagues. Next
Another
up.
one that had Flintstones and Super Goof.
Oh, man.
And
Those.
we had a Tom and Jerry with a Walt Disney Comics and Stories, and then a Comics Feature Magazine.
Comics Feature Magazine. That has a really cool Simonson retrospective. Pull that comic scene out and let them see the middle of that. This is just a very well-read copy, but it has this really cool color insert. If you're into Simonson art at all, this is, I can't believe this is still in here because I would have totally pulled that out and put that up on my wall. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that should be a poster.
That should be a poster. I mean, unfortunately, it's got that big, gigantic Scott Summers blob right there on the right-hand side, and the absolutely worst Colossus outfit ever. But what are you going to do? $1 for that comic scene, but it has a great bunch of articles in there too. It's always fun.
In Pietro's defense, he was hanging out with Kitty Pryde a lot. Look at her outfit.
Yeah, well, which one?
Janet Van Dyne.
Give them a run for the money.
$2.
All right, $2 for Brothers of the Spear. Great classic. What was the deal on that? How many of those have you read there, Chris?
Random stuff. I like Dagar and Turok a lot more.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't actually. Maybe I'll get some of these. And a White Widow #1.
It's got a little ding on the cover there.
Yeah, it's got a bag issue.
So it's an Art Germ cover, but $2. Next up.
And now we're into the $3 stuff. And you're getting some goodies here.
Oh, some $3 stuff.
We got a beat up old Marvel's trade paperback.
Yeah, it's complete, but it is beat up. But it's still only $3. What a great reader copy that would be.
We got a Battle Chasers Gathering of Heroes. I don't know what volume that is.
Isn't there only one volume of Battle Chasers?
Well, they stopped and then they published the last 3 or 4 issues just recently. So
After
it was
20.
up to a certain point, and I think we have the newest issues in our stores. So
Oh, there you go.
get the whole thing for
Battle
cheap.
Chasers, only $3. Oh, this is a great. This man, look at that.
Marvel Master.
Marvel Masterworks. The first 10 issues of Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9. The first 9 issues of Fantastic Four. Only $3. We buy collections sometimes, and not everything is a home run. Oh, like this, the Pokemon 10th anniversary Houston edition. Someone has pulled the Pikachu sticker out of it, so there's no stickers. But if you're a Pokemon completist, maybe you need this for your collection.
Poke some more people. Then here you go.
You got to catch them all, is what I heard. Next up.
Got an Overstreet Comic Book Marketplace yearbook.
Oh, from what year is that?
2015 to 2016. It has Exo Man of War and Bloodshot. Continue our Valiant discussion from earlier.
All right. So how much is that?
$3.
$3. So you can see how much everything was in 10 years ago.
New Mutants 47.
New Mutants 47. Just a random issue of New Mutants. Sometimes we just throw it in there. How much is that? $2? $3?
$3.
Oh, we're at.
All $3.
Oh, we're on $3. Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Yeah, scary.
That is Space War number 12, I believe, from 1961. Is that when it's from, or 63?
Something like that. 61, and you can see if you can still win a free swimming pool.
What? Oh my God! Is that still open?
Yeah.
Space War number 12, $3.
That'd be funny if it was. Ghostly Haunts.
Oh, Ghostly Haunts.
Scary.
Is that that looks like
Charlton.
it's a Ditko cover though, right?
Not really.
Staten.
Wayne something.
Oh.
It's all in Gothic down there. I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. $3. Next up.
Astonishing Tales with Khazar.
Oh, how bizarre! That's Khazar with Zabu. $3. Next up.
Amazing Spider-Man 84.
Wow, a great classic issue, but the icon on the cover. Otherwise, it's fine. But that was such a cool icon. I see that cut out all the time. Still $3. Next up.
Where Monsters Dwell.
Where monsters dwell. The monster waits for me. I remember reading this when I was like 13. That's
Apparently in the forest.
yeah, great Kirby stuff. Look at that, Cindy. Kirby action going at it right there. Where monsters dwell.
6 hours a minute to get. Oh, yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
$3.
Especially that
Mr.
power
Miracle.
left.
He did have buckwheat eyes from our gang. That's true. Mr. Miracle. Some more Kirby greatness, though. Just 15 years later, 20 years later. Mr. Miracle what number is that?
Number 8.
Number 8. $3. Next up.
Gone, O form of man, beware the demon. Intricate.
What is going on here? This is all Kirby all the time. $3. Oh, a very early appearance of Witch Boy, too.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Three.
boy is that boy?
That boy, $3.
He was good in the cartoon.
Captain Marvel 27 with the hair.
There was something I need to remember about that. Oh, it's all Jim Starlin, right? It's Thanos, but it's got
Star Fox.
and Star Fox, yeah.
Is that his
Whatever.
brother or his half brother or something?
Thanos is half brother, or
Yeah.
is he full brother? I can't remember.
I thought he was only half brother.
I can't remember.
Everybody
It's a very low grade, even though it presents great. So $3. Next up.
And don't think we forgot.
Oh, because it's Thor's Day. Here's a really cool issue of Thor with Kartag, the Keeper. Oh, we've had this book many times on our show. I think Kaylin even made a video about Kartag. Kartag, the Keeper. $3, though, for this.
Next
like
up.
him.
Oh, no.
Christmas season.
Dallas Comic Show this weekend? Are you kidding? It's Black Friday coming up. We got so much stuff to do. And in case you missed that, earlier we talked about Tuesday. Tuesday, we'll be announcing our Black Friday specials.
The reveal.
Dun, 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 dun. Check your email. Or check Keith's Comics Network. The Hellboy Christmas special. All right, $3.
Next up. Jungle Action.
Oh, with Tharn.
And Lorna and Jan.
All of these are really cool reprints of 1950s Marvel stuff. Except that I believe this is a Jim Starlin cover on this. Jungle Action, what number?
3.
Number 3. Only $3? Seems really low. All right. Oh, okay, Ellen. All right.
And last but not least, a low grade of one of my favorite books ever.
Very low grade. It presents great, but I guess it was used to sop up like some puddles in the Kmart parking lot or something back in the day. Batman Green Arrow. Is this Neil Adams all the way through this book too?
Great.
Oh
In
my
85,
god!
he redesigned Green Arrow's outfit to look,
Cool.
cool, not wussy.
There you go. This is a super important issue. $3. $3.
Yep. And there we go. Now, back to the regular show.
Back to oh, hang on just a second. I got to go wake up Pablo. Hang on. What? Glorious Godfrey is joining the James Gunn DCU. Man, he is going deep. He's going. Did he buy one of those Who's Who, the DC universe, pre-1980, and start plucking through that thing? Someone who hasn't, I guess that's probably a good plan. It's because you have no expectation. If the character's never been used before, you can pretty much do whatever you want to. That kind of makes sense. But how many shots are we going to get a weasel in that show? All right, and up next.
Clive Barker's Book of the Damned, and someone vandalized our note.
What is
I don't know. It's some scribble. I think it's some Aramaic or something. I don't know.
I can't even read it because
I can't read it either.
I was being fast.
It may or may not be conditional.
oh, it's a conditional offering. I see. All right, Clive Barker's Book of the Dam is $15 in store, or $12 if you claim here. It's a conditional offering, so if you want to claim it, but the person who is on their want list will jump ahead of you. But it's always good for you to claim anything you want, even if you've seen somebody claim it, because it lets me know what people are interested in, because we have a warehouse full of books.
We have a what?
A warehouse full of books and several side rooms. And it's an embarrassment of riches. We have to decide every week what we're going to put in the show. No, it's all right. Where was Glorious Godfrey from? Was that a Mr. Miracle character? Oh, yes. Now, a Fourth World character. All right, next up.
Another set. Superman, Son of Kal-El.
All right. Does he know Kung Fu?
I would hope so. No, he knows was it Kurtag or whatever they call the Kurkor or whatever the Kryptonian Kung Fu was.
All right. Very popular series in our store. This is I know parkour. 1 through 6, beautiful VF copies of this. $17 if you claim Superman, Son of Kal-El here. Next up.
Scary. Weird War Tales 3.
Oh, yes. This book presents like a VF. I was very excited as I was going through a box and found it. And it's got a great Kubert cover on there, right? That is Kubert, right? Yeah, I think so. Weird War Tales. But it has some issues that you can't see on this book. So it's only a VG. Number 3, though, very early issue of this. $25 in store. Still, these are crazy expensive. $25 in store, $20 if you claim it here. It's great. Weird War Tales, number 3. Next up.
Shazam miniseries.
The Shazam, and all the issues 1 through 5, $15 in store, 12. Oh, there you go. In case you were wondering one. All right, all 5 issues, $12 in toto. Get it in one fell swoop. Next up,
we have Cinder and Ash miniseries from '88. No superheroes at all.
Not, but we do have the greatness of Garcia Lopez art, right? Look at that.
Can't go wrong with that at all.
Man. So this was an early mature title, if I remember correctly, and it just wasn't carried in every comic book store. So, it's kind of harder to find copies of these. Hey, pull that whole green towards you, just a little bit. Beautiful, yeah, perfect. Cinder and Ash, the complete series 1 through 4, $8. Next up.
What if Captain America had been elected president?
Oh my gosh. Number 26 from the original run from 1981. Nice fine plus copy. $12. Who is that? I don't recognize the artist. Is it? No, I can't even guess. $10 if you claim here. What if Captain America had been elected president? Next up.
Another Brave and the Bold where Batman's going to beat up on Robin.
Well, they had it coming.
Yeah.
You could tell he had it coming if you just heard Batman's side of the story. From 1969, issue 83 of Batman in Brave and the Bold, this time featuring the Teen Titans, one of the earliest lineups there. Let's see. Yeah, we hadn't got into that. Still had Speedy in a Speedy costume, Kid Flash in that costume, Wonder Girl, and Robin. I guess he escaped from the giant clam for this episode. 1969, $30 for this VG Plus copy. Really nice. Punish not my evil son. Oh, is that his Batman son is blonde? I would have never guessed that. $24 if you claim it here. Batman Brave and the Bold.
No one knows Bruce Wayne dyes his hair.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Submariner.
It did look like Mademoiselle Marie on that. All right. The Submariner, issue 1 through 4 of the 1980s miniseries. Oh, nice. Look at that. That's pretty. Saved by the Mermaid. It's $10 in total in store. $7 if you claim it here. Prince Namor. Oh, sorry. I got to say it right. Prince Namor. The Submariner. Sorry. Nice solid copies. $7. Next up.
Issue 1 of Legion of Superheroes.
Legion of Superheroes number 1. Someone online said there's a beautiful Kurt Swan cover. No, that's Nick Cardy, right? That's a Nick Cardy cover. Legion of Superheroes number 1, which is reprints of great classic Legion stories from Adventure Comics or Superboy Comics or Action Comics. One of those. It's Legion of Superheroes number 1 from 1973. $6. Next up.
Mondale needs to stop whining. He has it coming.
Yeah. All right. Daredevil, Fall from Grace. This is a cool storyline, but this is part of the trick cover. All shenanigans from the early 90s at Marvel. This is a glow in the dark cover there. Pretty cool stuff there. If we turn out the lights, I don't know if we had enough light on it beforehand, or if it still even glows after 20 years.
Sometimes they do. Maybe
30
not-
years.
maybe not
Holy
real
crap.
strong, unless they're
Man.
radium.
Can you imagine if we'd have found a 30-year-old comic in 1979? How excited we would have been. $6 though for this glow in the dark Daredevil. Next up, and yes, he's about to go wild.
Oh, Teen Titans.
Wow, is it Titans Night or are these just more horror stories? It's
Well,
number-
there are skeletal riders.
Oh, Riders on the Skeletons. Issue number 37 of Teen Titans from 1992. $6 for this solid VG copy. What do they have in the backup of these? Is this reprints of older Teen Titans stories or
I don't
Brave and
know.
the
It
Bold?
says Superboy meets a young Green Arrow.
Oh, it is. It is a reprint of that very old. Is it an Adventure Comics where Superboy does run across a very young Oliver Queen? Next up.
Next up, Predator versus Magnus the Robot Fighter.
Wow! If you're not following the escapades of the Predator, last year he got wrecked by who? It was Wolverine, and then this year Black Panther is taking him to the woodshed, or as you say, well, it's a different Predator. Okay, so the Predators have come to Earth, and they're what, 0-11? How come they haven't put together an armada to come take us out? Predator versus Magnus the Robot Fighter from 1992. This is the Platinum Edition. I'm not even sure what you did to get that, but it's a Platinum Edition. This is way back before they figured out that people would buy ratio variants. $10 if you need this VF copy for your complete Predator collection. Maybe you need one for your complete Predator collection and one for your complete Valiant collection. So you'll need two. Next up.
It has that cool Barry Windsor Smith cover, but the Lee Weeks art inside is pretty solid.
Well, Lee Weeks can do some good work. More Hawkman, issue 1 through 4, plus a special from 1985.
Same creative team.
Yeah, if you like Hawkman a lot, he has a new series on is it Amazon where Cross, where after he finishes being a superhero, he comes down and he becomes a detective in DC. It's good stuff. From 1985, this is all 5 issues, $10. $10 for this Hawkman Shadow War and special. Next up.
Next up, set, House of M.
Oh, the complete 8-issue run of House of M, but these are all reader copies. They are well read and not in collectible grade, but great reader copies. It's all 8 issues from 2005, $10 in toto. House of M. No more mutants. Next up, spoiler, right?
Secret Origins.
Oh, this is a cool issue of Secret Origins too. I mean, if you wanted to put together a really solid one without Superman or Batman, this would what you would do. The origin of Supergirl, Green Lantern, and the Atom. That's probably going to be Action Comics, what, 257 or 247? Probably Showcase 22 and probably Showcase 39. Am I getting those numbers right? So that's going to be a really cool issue. $6 for this solid VG copy. It's an indispensable book. It should be in your collection. Secret Origins number 2, $6. Next up.
Last 3 books.
What? It can't be the last 3 books, are we? Huh? Until the next show. All right.
This show.
All right. One of Cindy's favorite artists, Dan Burton here. He had his own miniseries. That was DC. Yeah, that was Psycho.
The Psycho.
And then he also did, what was it, Thriller with
Thrill Killers.
Robin and, Thrill Killers.
From 1991. This is all 3 issues of that. Solid fine copies. $6 in toto. Next up.
Next up, a G.I. Joe with a cool Michael Gold cover.
Oh, that is a cool cover. If you're not collecting modern G.I. Joe comics, you should be, because they are awesome. The new Transformers are awesome, and the new G.I. Joe #1 came out this week or last week? Last week.
Last week.
So this is a really cool issue of G.I. Joe from 1984. It presents like a VF, but it's technically going to be a fine. $12 in store and $9. Uh-oh, hold on. I get Joe or no? It's time to play one of Keith's favorite games, Joe or no. So, I got a question for you. Here are 3 names of Joes. 2 of them are real Joes. 1 of them is not a Joe. So, is it Zap? Is Zap a real G.I. Joe? Or is Pow a G.I. Joe? Or is TNT a real Joe? Let me know in the comments which one is not a G.I. Joe. Joe or no? We'll come back and answer this in just a few minutes.
I'm sure they're going to stay tuned.
Joe or no? Get out. All right, back to the regular show.
Last book of the night.
The last book of the night. Crazy cool. There's a Plastic Man miniseries running currently. Plastic Man #7 is from the let's see. Originally, it was a quality comic all through the 40s, maybe to the 50s, maybe early 50s. And then once quality went out, DC eventually, I don't remember if they bought it or they just took it over because nobody was guarding the hen house. And then they started doing their own Plastic Man comics, and he's come back and forth. A new series running now. But here's a classic one. That's got to be Carmen Infantino Grodd. Or is that actually Grodd or just a gorilla cover?
Just a gorilla.
Gorilla cover. Gorilla versus Plaz from 1967. This is issue #7. And we have lots of these Plastic Manis. I guess it'd be Plastic Mans with an apostrophe S. $12 if you claim it here, or $15 if it gets out to the store. TNT is no Joe, all right, Ricky says. Pablo is inserting his own answer D in there. Colostomy bag. Alan says that Zap is not a Joe.
I concur, Alan. I think that's true.
TNT is a TV network. Originally Police Comics. That's correct. Oh, Dr. Stovall is here. All right, good to see you. Thanks a lot for jumping into the show. All right, coming back to the Joe or no part of the show. Joe or no? All right, the Zap is a Joe. An original Joe, as a matter of fact. TNT is a Joe.
Yep.
And Pow is not a Joe.
Oh, that was pal.
So there we go. Another episode of Joe or No in the books. And that's it for tonight. That's our tonight's show. Yes, you're correct. TNT is a demolitions expert. Hence the name.
And Zap was the laser guy.
Lasers. Did he know how to train sharks too? All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Watch your emails next week and also our Facebook groups for our Black Friday specials. No early hints because we're too far out from that. We have a whole weekend in front of that. Yes, you're right.
Ooh, Ricky Junkie's on it.
Oh, Ricky Junkie. Sorry, flames do not count before we call the end of the show because we just consider that a trash fire out in the lobby. Chris has been with me here tonight. Kaylin is over there, keep us on the straight and narrow. Cindy's been minding her own knitting.
Right
The fake Kelsey Grammer, I think, is looking for a place to hide under the bus stop out there.
Trying to find a way to get 3 more flames up there.
That's right. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith. Hopefully you'll come see us and watch your emails and the Facebook pages for our Black Friday specials next week. Remember, we have 2 weeks off, then we'll be back on 12/12. For Keith's Comics, I'm Keith, and if I don't see you in the stores, I'll see you next time. Pablo says, thanks from the bottom of his heart. Well, it looks like we do have some fans out there. I guess before we go hit the snack table, we'll have to see what we have. Chris, you do have an encore ready to go, right?
I do.
All right. Well, let's show. There we go. One more book. All right. Oh, you do have one more. What a surprise.
Talk to everyone.
Clive Barker's Hellraiser. This is the very first art at Marvel of Alex Ross doing the cover here. Issue number 17 of Clive Barker's Hellraiser from 1992, $15. And if you are into Hellraiser, we have lots more of these. We can dig them out of the warehouse, or well, I say we, like I have a pet lizard in my pocket. That is, Chris can dig them out of the warehouse. Clive Barker's Hellraiser, $11. And remember, these prices are good for 35 hours. And if you're just now joining us, or if you're watching in the future, hello, future. Hey, Kaylin spent a lot of time on all these animations. We got to use them. So there we got.
And they're great. Fun to watch.
Oh, great. I'm glad that you were able to watch the show on the bus. That's awesome. No, I don't have my Tesla robot yet. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody, for coming by and seeing us tonight. Come by and see us in the stores this weekend, because otherwise the guys, they get sad and lonely. And last week, I got bills to pay. Then watch your emails and all that other cool stuff, social media such as it is. And don't forget, what is it, 15 minutes or so? We're going to shut this show down and then do the variant show. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith, and if I don't see you at the variant show, I'll see you next time.
Keith's Comics.